many soldiers, warriors, and great fighters in the DMV. And that's y'all. And I think y'all should give yourself a name. There's a trick to this though. The fighting is easy. But you know what's easier? To turn left. Because I turned left. I even came in the boxing game going left and right. And at one point I almost lost my life. And if I would have lost my life, then I wouldn't be standing here talking to you guys. Stay focused on your career because there's nothing like it. The streets is nothing like something legal like boxing. When I was your age, I was 6 years old when I started boxing, probably about 70 pounds, and I fought a lot. I got kicked out of two elementary schools, because I fought all the time. They moved me to Northeast. That's when I ended up in Paradise. But during the journey, I continued to play back and forth, back and forth. And so when I got older, started to become more mature, I started to settle down, but still got one foot in the streets and one in the gym. And so it wasn't gonna be like that. I don't care how good a fighter you are, you can't be that way. It's 100% here or it's 100% here. And both of them gonna pay us dividends. Understand this, that if you stay focused on your career, you're promised to be able to take care of the person that took care of you. So I grew up wanting to box because I watched my mom struggle. I watched my mom struggle with being on welfare, and I watched my grandmother struggle with a job. What was the difference? And there wasn't no difference. They both were struggling to take care of me. I lost my mom at the age of 15. I ended up in juvenile detention center. Had a 2-year bit down there, came home early, got into the streets, and by 1997, 1998, I was probably one of the biggest youngins in the DMV area doing things that was wrong. So it was easy for me to turn left. And right now, it's easy for y'all to turn left because of how the world is right now. But you're gonna disappoint yourself, you're gonna disappoint your mom, your dad, and the people that's looking forward to seeing you take DC to a new level, take Maryland to a new level, take Virginia to a new level. But you gotta stay focused on this. You cannot go into this game giving just 90%. It's 100. It's all dedication. So I tried to finagle my way, I tried to calm my way through the game. Now I'm facing 3 life sentences and I'm sitting in jail, #1 in the world to fight Pernell Whitaker. #1 in the world to fight Terry Norris. And I'm looking at myself in the magazine and I'm sitting in a cell block. And I never in my life had nobody like me come to my neighborhood and tell me what I should and shouldn't do. My role models were bank robbers, drug dealers, and the other people. Those were my role models. So when you have people that have become successful, appreciate that. But the way you appreciate it, you go and dog it. You go and dog it when you get in the ring. You take all of it to the ring. You take all of it to the gym, and you respect it. When I leave here today, I want you to be saying to yourself that, man, that's a jewel. And I'm gonna eat that, and I'm gonna digest that, and I'm gonna utilize that, and we're gonna be successful with that. So after 1991, 1992, 93, 94, 1994 and 93 alone, I fought 16 times with 12 knockouts on my way before, and I won 3 United States titles as a pro. Then that's when my doors started to shut in, because all the things I did in the past, that you think you got away with started to haunt me at that point. That's why I say nip it in the bud. Don't even get out there and do that, because they came at me after I was vulnerable. They thought they was going to twist me and turn me because I had a career. I had a career. They came to me, the biggest people in the government, said, you got this to go for yourself. You need to give us this, man. I am the product. How was I going to give you anything? I am the product. So I had to fight. It was another fight. It was another fight. But in 1995, the Creator was with me. I came home and I signed with the biggest promoter in boxing history, which was Don King. And it was sky's the limit. But I didn't take it for granted. I did not take it for granted. I used everything that I learned and more to win them titles. I won my first world title in 1996. Then I won my second one in 1999. And I walked into a video store, and there was a police officer in the video store that took money out of my pocket. He took money out of my glove compartment. And he walked up to me, and in that time, he told me when I was a teenager that I'd be dead in 2 years. He walked out the room, walked up to me in a video store and said, man, I knew you were doing it. And I looked at him. I said, I know you from somewhere. He said, I was the police in your neighborhood. I said, you mother effer, you buried me in '88. He didn't believe in me. He didn't even want it. He took money out of my pocket. And he never reported it. And he lost his job. We all remember all the crooked police that came through the neighborhood and took the money. And that's what I was up against. But y'all got it worse. That's why y'all got to stay more focused than I was. Please, gentlemen, if you have this talent, you believe in yourself, don't get this game up. Don't get this game to the streets. Don't nobody want to hear your story later on in life talking about, man, I used to box when I was young. I hear it all the time. I'm not disgracing the older generation, but I don't want to hear it. Because we hear that all the time. Basketball players, football players that came out of my neighborhood. I'm the only one came out of my neighborhood that was supposed to be dead in 1988 that became a world champion. They had football players that was good, basketball players that was good. So I'm giving y'all $1 million story right now that can possibly take you the rest of your life, help you to win for the rest of your life, man. So I hope y'all take this to heart and understand that all these people in here care about you or we wouldn't be here. When I was a kid, man, we had our parents, but some of us didn't have our parents. But still do good, because your parents, if she does nothing else for you in life, she brought you here. And appreciate it, all right? All right?
All right.
All right, so we're going to do this. I appreciate y'all for letting me speak. Appreciate y'all for letting me speak, man, and I'm going to see y'all again, all right? Have a blessed day.